Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be doing deck profile on my duo deck. I haven't posted a Bermuda Triangle deck in a while, but they will get stuff later in the summer like they always do. I'm actually kind of on the fence right now whether I'll actually get more Bermuda Triangle cards. Like I said, I am starting to actually focus more on specific clans, and right now I'm not sure if I want to consider Bermuda Triangle as one of them. So, we'll make this interesting. So, let me know in the comments below, like, if you had to pick one clan from each of the nations. So, for example, this is the Water Nation, or the, not nation, but, yeah, I guess it's kind of the, whatever it is, the Empire, the Magellina, or whatever it was called, whatever. If you had to pick, like, a blue, a green, a red, United Sanctuary, a Stargate, like, let me know in the comments what are your favorite clans from each of those. So, for example, like, if you're from Green Nation, you have to pick between Great Nature, Neo Nectar, and Mega Colony. From Blue Nation, you have to pick between Grand Blue, Bermuda Triangle, or Aqua Force. Let me know in the comments, like, what's your favorite one. Right now, for me, for Blue, it's Aqua Force. But Bermuda Triangle is, I feel like, has always been relatively good. And Aqua Force is more like on-off. Aqua Force, I feel, is just, you see them top more than Bermuda because just a lot more people play them. So because of the law of large numbers, they tend to see more play, even though I feel like Bermuda Triangle is more consistent overall, and without as much support, they can really shine if more people played them. So, because you see them occasionally do really good. But I feel like the clans actually, their playstyle's really solid. So anyway, that's enough about that. Today we're going to be doing duos. Duos have always been one of the better, more competitive decks. So duo, the Riviera Legion is also really good, but that's not duo. Prisms were pretty decent. They were really strong when they first came out because they were the first break ride in the English Vanguard. And of course you have your other like one-off builds like Pacifica, Coral, Reindeer, all that other stuff. My personal favorite being Reindeer, and hopefully she gets some new support in the latest set. That'll probably be the main thing that determines if I get more Bermuda Triangle cards or not. But anyway, so for Reit, Duo Temptation Reit, people always try to pronounce her name Reit or something, but it's like, it doesn't sound right when you say that with an English accent, you know, like, if we're speaking Japanese, then yeah, we're probably going to pronounce it that way because it will sound correct. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent too much. But anyway, for Reit, she's the Limit Break duo. That's the re-standard for Bermuda Triangle. Relatively good, easy to pull off with all the new support. She did get a new Grade 2. I forgot when that actually came out. I think it was, yeah, the last time Bermuda Triangles got cards. When the Harmony stuff came out, she got her personal helper. So 2 of the white one, 2 of the black one, just alternate art. Now, I'm actually featuring a card that I see almost no one ever play as the other Grade 3. Duo Delicious Girl Kit Chow. So she was from the Fighters collection that came out. I think this was the first Fighters collection we actually got in English. It's the one that had the Legion, the Narukami Legion, and the Royal Paladin Legion. Brutus, whatever his name was. I think it was Brutus. Yeah, it was from Legion. It was back when Legion was like about to start. She came out, and no one really used her. Like, they always would use Reit with the Break Ride with Mir. And then later when Legion came out, like the promo duo, the promo duo Legion was usually the one that people would combine with Reit if they weren't going to run the Break Ride anymore. But I'm just showing this card. This card's actually still pretty viable in here now because there's a lot of stride and stuff now. So the Limit Break skill is it's okay if you have the Limit Break enabler out. But for most games, you want Reit as the Vanguard because that's usually the one that can help you do a lot of the plays. Particularly with this card. So for Duo Fantasia Lamry, she is designed to have Reit as the Vanguard. If Reit's not the Vanguard, this card's kind of vanilla and doesn't do anything. So next, for Rika. Rika is your Soul Charge and Unflip engine. This card is kind of Soul Blast heavy. It can be. When it attacks, it can Soul Blast 1, bounce something. And then when it restands, then it attacks again, it can Soul Blast and bounce something again. So it's a lot of Soul Blast. This also is the on-flip engine in the deck. And then I am running 3 of the Duo Beloved Child of the Sea Palace, Minamo. Minamo is a card that I kind of overlooked when I was building duo decks before, but this came out when Harmony came out, and I kind of overlooked it, but it's a pretty decent card. Just took me a while to figure out how to actually play it correctly, so it's a grade 2 lineup. For the grade 1s, this is kind of optional. This Quintet Wall in here, you don't really need it. You can run 4, ideally you want to run 4 area, but my problem is I have so many Bermuda Triangle decks that in order for me to be able to maintain all of them, I do kind of have to like split the perfect guards where it's like 3 for each of them plus the 1 Quintet Wall. But yeah, ideally if I was actually going to play this deck in an actual tournament, I would drop this and pull another Aria from my Prism deck. So yeah, but anyway, it should be 4 perfect guards, just keep that in mind. But the Quintet Wall doesn't really hurt, but because I'm not running the Legion, I don't like it in here. For the grade 1, oh, of course you need to run Atoll Peace. This is the card that works super well. It's pretty self-explanatory in terms of all the stuff that it's able to do. And then 3, Loretta, Limit Break Enabler for duo, or not for anything, but it's Prism and it's also duo. You can run it in Prisms, which I do. It helps Red be able to restand with 2 damage, or 3, but 2. I mean, she has counterblast 2. And then 3, Kazuha. Because of Kazuha, we no longer need to run the red hair girl. I forgot her name. I can't remember her name, but anyway, she was a grade 2 that does the same thing. On hit, she would Vanguard or Rear Guard effect. She could counterblast 1, bounce something, and then search the deck for the same card name revealed to the opponent. So that's basically what she did. But this does the same thing. So only it's a booster, so it's a little bit more useful most of the time. For the trigger lineup, I am trying something a little different this time. So I am actually running the 4 stands. So again, like the Quintet Wall with all these 10k shields is fine. This deck doesn't really need to run draw triggers. You kind of could benefit from running this because potentially, I mean, she has the same effect as, I forgot her name, but there's a grade 1 duo that has this effect. Basically, when it's bounced, you can counterblast 1, reveal 3. If you reveal 3, the unit gets 4k. Actually, no. It's when it's returned to the hand. Yeah, no. It's when you return to the hand, you counterblast 1, give some unit on the field, one of your duo units. You have to have a duo Vanguard. You choose any of your other Bermuda Triangle units, so it can be Vanguard or Rear Guard, and you have a 4k, and then you can reveal 3 of it to unflip that, so you effectively like give 4k for free. But I mean, anyway, that's why I'm running it, just to give duos that extra little effect that they need, because so many decks now are running triggers, particularly stand triggers that have effects. So they kind of wanted to be cool like all the other cool decks out there and run this thing, or have some kind of stand trigger with an effect. And then it's just 8 criticals, duo criticals. So we've got the Shannon one, and we have the one who looks like Gracia from, what's the game? Samurai Warriors 4. But yeah, duo, Love Joker, Chulim. She's the critical with effect for duo. And then for duo heals. Yeah, and then of course, duo Lover's Singer Darling. She is really good with peace. That's really the only reason why I run here. Yeah, so that's duo main deck. Not GB restricted, limit break with limit break enabler. It's pretty solid deck still. There's lots of different duo variants out there. This is just one of them. So let me know in the comments what's your favorite duo build. People are probably going to post the Reit builds, but yeah. Like Mirror, Pure Mirror, Mirror and Reit, Mirror, Reit, and other Mirror, because I've seen that one also. or anything else like the Legion one, Vepr, and all that other stuff. So let me know in the comments. Anyway, for strides, we've got the 2. Olivia, still only have 2. This card is extremely hard to find now. And the more famous Bermudas get, like as they get newer cards, the price on this is probably going to go up even more. It's probably going to be even harder to find. So I'm still content with just running the 2 of them. I'm not going to bother to get any more of them anytime soon, especially since you're going to get new support anyway. 2 Legendary Prism Duo Nectaria. So she is the duo, technically the duo stride, but she's also Prism stride. For Prisms, she gives something 5k. For duos, she searches something with the same name as the card that got bounced. And then the new Lucky Rise Elprina. So I only pulled 1 of this out of 4 boxes. But honestly, you only really need 1 of it. They'll get new stuff in the future, in the near future, like in what, like 2 months or something. So yeah, Elprina is just an improvement to this card, Amoris. So Amoris, they essentially have the same effect. The only difference is Amoris bounces 2 for free when you stride her. Elprina has the main phase effect of Soul Blast 1 to choose up to 2 rear guards and bounce them. So they both do the same thing. She does it during the main phase, which is technically a lot more useful. That's why they give it to counter the Soul Blast 1. So I like this card. It's pretty good. Only really need 1 copy of it. And then 2 Somni, because duos kind of, I don't have 2 more Olivias, and they need like filler spots, I guess. So 2 Somni. This is the on hit. You could also like run more, like another Elprina or another one of these. Doesn't really matter. But Somni can potentially get you more attacks in if they let it hit. So that's why I kind of still like that card at 2. And then 1 Air Element Sea Breeze, because it's good against ripples and stuff. Although this ripples, you don't see them that much anymore, and very few people really do that. I mean, there's some players that still do like to hold and stuff at grade 2 for some reason, whatever. But then don't forget that your limit break. This is a limit break deck, so both Vanguards are limit break. So they don't really need this, but yeah, it's kind of a filler spot for now. And then Rain Element Madu, because actually I don't really know why this is in here, because it's not Legion based. So we will take that out and put another one of these. So we'll say 2 of that, and 1 of this. 1 Atmos, and 1 Blizza, because I don't have anything else. This is not Prisms, and this is not Pacifica. And then 4 Sailors, Medley, Nasha. You can run the other, like you can run these guys as well. But yeah. Actually, what is that? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I mean, you can run these if you want. But I'm not actually not going to feature them as part of this deck profile. So I'm just going to say 4 Nasha. Of course, you probably don't need Atmos. And you probably also don't need Sea Breeze. Because it's limit break, so you know what? There we go. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's the duo deck. Like I said, let me know what's your favorite clan from each nation. And also, what's your favorite Bermuda Triangle build out there. Whether it's duos, prisms, reindeer, coral, harmony builds, which would be the GB stuff. Or any of that stuff. And as always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.